Paul, I'm going to compare your swing to Grant Waite. He was a PGA Tour player in the 90s, at that time considered having one of the best swings in golf. He's now a tour player instructor. He has Charles Howell III and Brian Kay and a few other players that he works with. I'm going to begin at the impact position because it's the most important. Everything the ball does, how far it goes, how high it goes, how much it curves, everything is determined by the laws of physics and motion that exist at the moment of impact. The club's position at impact is what determines what laws of physics exist at impact. The body's position at impact is what determines the club's position at impact. And everything you do prior to impact has the sole purpose of arriving at a fundamentally sound impact position. The video I have of your swing was done after we began working a little bit on stand on your left side and rotating that hip more. I did not get any video of your swings at the beginning of your practice session, so I do not have a good before and after comparison of the work that you did. This is your swing after we did some work, and it shows some very good positions. First of all, let's look at the weight distribution at impact. When you look at Grant, you can see how that red line off of his center of his left ankle is passing right through his belt buckle. The average pro has 85% of their weight on their left side at impact. And Grant has that, and you can see his head is in the corner of that box. But so is yours. You have that red line passing right through your belt buckle. So you've done an excellent job of getting over to your left side at the moment of impact. And that was due to the work you did in stay on your left side and letting your hips turn a little bit more in your backswing. So that is very good. The only thing I see that could be addressed and worked on next would be maintaining an extension in your left arm throughout the golf swing. Now let's look at some of the positions prior to impact that help you get in a good impact position, or some of the things that you might be doing that's hindering your ability to get into some of the fundamental positions of impact. Here we are in the one position, and like Grant, you have set a little bit more weight on your left side than your right side. That's really good in helping you send the signal to your mind that you want to be in with more. You want to arrive at impact with more weight on your left side. So you're almost rehearsing that feeling from the beginning. As we look at Grant's left arm, he sets up with an extended left arm. His elbow and his tricep of his left arm is sitting more on top of his chest. The crease in his left elbow is pointing upwards. He hasn't rotated the elbows to the outside, but has rotated them down so that that crease is pointed upward. And then he will extend that left arm and let it sit more on top of his left pectoral muscle. This helps him keep the arm in front of his body instead of on the side of his body. You have have soft elbows and have let that left arm slide to the side, and so you're not really setting up an extended left arm, which basically is part of the radius of your golf circle. And so when that left arm can change its angle in the elbow, you change the length of the radius, and therefore you have a golf circle that is where the size of that circle is fluctuating due to the bend in the elbow. And so you're going to have inconsistencies at returning the club to the golf ball in the same place each time because of how that golf circle shrinks and expands slightly as that elbow bends during the swing. So the main thing that I would work on next, the next piece, fundamental piece that I want you to work on, is your setup. Because once you have a good setup, starting with the right position of the left arm, it will then have a much easier time of staying in that position throughout the swing and arrive at impact with an extension. I really like your 3 position. This is when the left arm is parallel to the ground. You have maintained your weight on your left side just like Grant has. You can see how your left leg is flexing downward while your right leg is extending. This is what allows your hips to turn. You have a good shoulder turn. You're doing a very good job here. You have that extended left arm here, so that looks very good. So that's a very good 3 position. Here we are on the 6th position. This is on the downswing. This is when the hands are about waist high, a little bit below waist high, I should say. It's kind of when the club is parallel to the ground on the way down. Again, you have good weight shift on your left side. Your left arm is, at this position, is somewhat extended, just like Grant's is. I'm going to frame advance Grant's swing through impact, and I want you to watch his left arm. It's extended as he goes through. He has both arms extended and stretched right there. The shaft of the club is almost going straight through the center of both arms. He keeps that left arm extended and straight all the way through. As we watch your left arm, you'll see the elbows start separating. Grant has his elbows close to each other. And you'll see that left arm right in here start to separate and that elbow swing behind you instead of staying on top of your chest. In fact, right now you're about, I can't even see your left arm anymore, whereas Grant is still extended out in front of him. So going forward, I see that as really the only piece that you work on next is how to get comfortable with a new setup where your left arm is straight, and do some little, I would just do some little small, almost like chipping drills, where you learn how to, some little chipping drills, I'm going to show, where you just kind of chip and go through the ball with that much swing. Just a nice little swing and try to almost pose in that finish after the chip. So you're just going to work on that right there. Just swinging through, keeping those arms, the elbows close to each other. And that's the piece that you need next, is this motion right there in the arms.